Hello and welcome to Lunar Persuasion Astrology. Today we're talking about the Mars going retrograde on Friday, December 6th. I've got the chart pulled up here. This is going to take place at exactly 5:33 p.m. Central Standard Time on Friday. Mars will be retrograde and it's in its debilitated sign of Cancer as well. But today I wanted to go over a little bit about what this transit means and take a look at each ascendant. So Mars is an active force that represents our courage, our strength, our drive, it's our bravery. And when it's retrograde, its usual forward momentum is dysregulated. So putting Mars in its debilitated sign of Cancer can bring about challenges that are wrapped with intense feeling and emotion. This disruption energy leads to frustration and conflict very easily, especially in the areas governed by Mars, which are Aries and Scorpio. Aries represents the head on our physical body and is the masculine expression of Mars. It's where we initiate and take charge, move forward. This momentum is opposed to Scorpio, where Mars embodies a receptive feminine nature prone to internal fluctuating movements. So Aries is more external, Scorpio is more internal, and these are the two natures of Mars. And Mars himself is a masculine planet of action and courage and is known as the warrior in the cosmic courts. So if Sun is king, Moon is queen, Venus is the princess, we've got Mars as the warrior. He is the fighting power. If we were to personify the planet, this would be that kind of energy. So when Mars is in its debilitated placement, its fiery and assertive nature may struggle to express itself effectively. And Cancer is a very emotional sign ruled by the moon. It's a water sign and it's sensitive and it has nurturing qualities, and it's quite different from the assertive and aggressive nature of Mars. So this combination of water and fire can create inner tension. Think of water boiling, creating steam, and a sense of being out of sync with one's usual way of taking action. So Mars is our action. It's how we move forward. And when it's in these receptive waters of Cancer, it's a more of a reflective time. And we could have the tendency to reverse those actions. And that looks like resentment. It looks like projection. And it's really focus, a lack of focus or focus on the wrong things. Mars represents our focus and attention. When in retrograde, we can become easily distracted and emotionally triggered. Cancer's feminine nature embodies a receptive and nostalgic quality. So this combination enables a tendency to focus on the past rather than being in the present. Overall, Mars retrograde in its debilitated sign of Cancer calls for a more reflective and introspective approach to handling our conflicts and pursuing our goals. It's a period of reassessing our actions, motivations, and desires, and finding healthier ways to channel Mars energy in alignment with the nurturing and emotional qualities of Cancer. All right, so now we're going to take a look at what Mars in Cancer looks like for each ascendant based on the element of your ascendant. And I will do a elemental breakdown here, but if you want to get the individual breakdown for your ascendant, check out the link below. I just posted a blog on my website, Transit in the Sky, Vedic Astrology Report. Post one every month, new moon, full moon, most of the major transits. So if you want to check that out, and you can even sign up if you want to get it delivered, or actually just to be notified of when I post a new blog. And anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So we're looking at the fire ascendant. So this will be Aries ascendant. This will be Leo and Sagittarius. And so this is actually taking place in your moksha houses. Let's see. Yeah, that's correct. So this will be for Aries, this will be your fourth house of Cancer. For Leo, this is actually your 12th house of loss and isolation. And for Sagittarius ascendant, this is taking place in your 8th house of transformation. So this is definitely going to be an emotional time with Mars retrograde here, especially with these houses being activated. It is a time of letting go. So I would suggest using this Mars energy for good, using its natural destructive nature of Mars to kind of cut through, to cut out, to remove those things that just aren't working, because it's time to go on to the next level. It's time for the next stage in your life, and that will take place once Mars moves into Leo, because Mars is a trigger planet. So that's going to activate some new beginnings for you if you are a fire ascendant, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Now let's look at the water signs. So for the water signs, Cancer, this is your 1st house. We have Scorpio, this is going to be your 9th house. And for Pisces, this is going to be your 5th house. So these are the Dharma houses being activated for the water sign ascendants. And this is really going to impact your feelings around your life purpose. It's going to really impact some major foundational things that are going on in your life. And it's a time to create, to take on that new energy and to work with it. And with Mars being retrograde, it's going to have that reflective tendency. So it's a time to kind of slow down a little bit and take your time and reassess and relook. But don't let it stop you from moving ahead, because that is actually going to be part of your next stage in life when Mars moves into Leo. That's going to be a period of reward and accumulation for you based on what you're creating now. All right, and for the air signs, let's look at Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So for Gemini, this is taking place in your 2nd house. For Libra, this is taking place in your 10th house. And for Aquarius, this is taking place in your 6th house. So these are the Artha houses. And the Artha houses are related to earth energy and finances, wealth. Think of it's the 2nd house, the 10th house, and the 6th house. These are houses where we work, and it's about money and material things going on. With a Mars retrograde in these houses, it's a time to not be too hasty with your actions at work, or be too hasty with your actions around your finances and money. It may be hard to feel motivated, and it's just a time to take it a little bit slow. Don't rush into it, and things will be all good. You have a new stage of enjoyment coming up when Mars goes into Leo, and it's going to be a time to enjoy what you've created, what you've built, what you've earned. And so make sure that now you're creating that good foundation. And it just may be a little more difficult with Mars retrograde, because we may have that tendency to get stuck in those resentful behaviors or project our disapproval onto others, even though it needs to be reflected inwards so we can work on that, work it out. All right, and I believe, who did I miss out on? Let's see. Oh, yes, the earth signs. So we've got Taurus, Capricorn, and we have Virgo. So we have Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, the earth signs. And this is taking place in your Kama house. So the Kama houses are the houses of desire, happiness. They're social houses. They're deal with our psychology, our psyche. It's where we communicate. It's where we have ideas. It's where we share. It's where we interact with others. A lot about relationships. And so this is a time to take it slow. Don't make any harsh decisions or take any harsh actions involving your social scene in your relationships and how you're communicating, because it may come across as being too aggressive or harsh. And so it's really just a time to take it slow. You've got a new phase coming up when Mars goes into Leo, and it will be a moksha phase. So it'll be time for you to let go of those things. So right now in this comma period for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn ascendants, it's really important not to become attached to something that you're not going to be able to let go of during this time, because the natural cycle of things is you got that moksha house coming up. Mars is a trigger planet. When it enters in your moksha house, it's going to be a time of transformation, and you want to make sure that you're not weighed down, you're not attached to things that are not going to let you go and move on to the next level. All right, so I think that's all the signs. Again, if you guys want a more, just slightly more detailed breakdown per your ascendant, based on where Cancer is, what house Cancer is in for you, then check out my website. I got the blog Transit in the Sky. I'll link it down below. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for the new subscribers. This is a brand new channel for me. I'm trying things out and just trying to see what works, and would love to hear any feedback that you guys have. So until then, happy Mars retrograde in Cancer. We're going to all get through this. And until next time, see you later.